Hey, I'm Dave, and I love making combat robots. I wanted to tell you a little bit about the build for this most recent robot in my collection, which I call Honker. He's a 12-pounder, and he basically is designed to attack from above using a 4-bar linkage system that is intended to slam a rotating spinner down onto the opponent. Yeah, so I was in the mood to do something a little bit different than the typical vertical spinners that I've been doing of late, and wanted to have something a little bit more interesting. And of course I love 4-bar linkages. I think they're really cool. You can do a lot of different variety of movements with them. You see those 4-bar linkages used in a lot of really cool machines and robotics, and so I wanted to have something of my own that's a 4-bar in the combat robot arena. Yeah, so I wanted to do something, and I've always really been a fan of Whiplash and how it attacks. And during the Norwalk Havoc Robot League back in March, I was really impressed with how Starchild was able to have a spinner that would really go into the tops of the opponents. So I pulled out a program that would let me do the 4-bar linkages, and then I kind of worked on the layout for the robot, just where components were going to go. I had to change that over time, but initially I thought I was going to do a modular type weapon system with this 4-bar that I could maybe swap out a lifter 4-bar with an overhead. I went ahead and just worked on this one overhead spinner concept, and wanted to make kind of a wood mock-up. I need to make sure that the thing could actually work, proof of concept. Make sure the linkages would actually work, wouldn't get hung up. And I was able to make something that worked. So with that success, I decided, it was time to go ahead and really sign up for the travel up from Florida to Connecticut for the Norwalk Havoc in May. So the layout, I still needed to do some work. I had to make it a little bit more compact. The chassis was just too big. So I made sure everything was more compact. Had to make sure things didn't ram into each other. And then I made basically a wood mock-up, a maquette of the robot. That maquette would help me make sure that everything could be assembled correctly in all the locations, and everything would fit together nicely. So it was time to invest in some metal pieces. Made the bot. I went with an aluminum chassis to save weight because I really wanted to use the AR-400 for the weapon, expecting it to be getting hit by the opponents. And so there it is, ready to go to the Norwalk Havoc competition in May. So there it is. That's the bot. 12 pounds, articulates with this 4-bar mechanism, runs off of a motor, has basically a chain linkage to drive the 4-bar linkage, titanium front plate, 4-wheel drive, wheel guards on each side, place for some wedgelets in the front. And with that, I plan to take it up to Norwalk. That will be a separate video. Look out for the event video where I show you some details on how it went and what I'm going to be doing differently when I rebuild the bot.